All right, so we're working on the Work in Silence design today. So we are here in our exposure room where the screens are made to make it so it goes on a shirt and a hoodie. So this is our template. This is a RiarNet template. It makes so that we're able to make sure that when we place our designs on the screen, they're in the right placement in the center of the screen, so it's easier for us to register it so it stays correct on the shirt and the hoodie. So we're going to start off with, so here we have this is a transparency paper that we print out of a printer. We take our design, we place it on here. These are our registrations. So on the board that your t-shirt or hoodie will be on, it has a center line that we draw on the board to show the center line of where the design should be placed. Now, if that board is crooked or the screen that we place this on is crooked, these lines will not line up and we'll know that the print won't be correct. So these are the small steps that we do to make sure that not only is the prints straight, but done well. So here we have our template. I tape it down to the exposure unit so that it doesn't move. All right, so now we have a painter stick, a little hack here. We line the screen up right on that. So every print has to have its own screen, majority of the time. So especially being that this print's gonna be on the rib cage, we were not gonna be able to print it on the same screen as the front because it's gonna have its own kind of separate placement. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out and line it up on another screen for later. Now, if you guys are wondering why it's yellow in here, the screens that are in our exposure room, they're very light sensitive. It's very similar to photography, where you have like a red light room. It's all based on exposure of light. So, these are bug lights, yellow lights, it doesn't ruin the screens that we have here on the rack. So we have several different ones. We have our 110s, which are more for those bigger, bulky white prints. And then we have our 200s and 230s, which are ones that have more detail. The ink that we'd be using is more of a water-based ink. So what we do is we find our measurement of the frame of the screen right on here. Make sure that it's aligned with that. Once we do that, we know that the screen is in the center. We're just gonna place a dot on each square of the registration. So now we know, because I Sharpied it, where the design goes on here. So I untape this, we put it upside down because the screen's facing up. Now, of course, if it's off by a little, we still have those registration marks, which will still be our guidelines, our guide to where the center is once it gets on the screen. So that's one screen down. We have 3 more to do. So the Work in Silence is a 4-print job. So as you can see, like, there's a lot of steps that go into making your garments. You know, this print alone has 4 prints on it, and they all can't be printed at the same time. So being that it's a front print, we have a front print here, we have our rib cage print, we have our sleeve prints. The process takes a bit. You know, we have to print the front, put it through the conveyor belt so that it's cured at the right temperature. Then we have to take it, put it back on the press, print the sleeve, run it through the conveyor dryer, do the other one. So it's a process, but it makes great stuff. So now we're doing the rib tattoo, which is one of my favorite things to do, is do like these kind of not misplaced, but not regular prints. You know, like you rarely ever see a print on the rib cage of a shirt. Now the screen has been exposed. As you can see on the screen, there is no design there now. Once I put the water, this is how it's done. Whether you're buying a Gucci screen printed shirt, a Raise the Standard t-shirt, a shirt from Gap, sports teams, this is the process that goes into getting these shirts done. If they're doing screen printing, this is how it's done, and you know, it gives you a little bit more respect for the craft. The next step in the process here is taping the screen. Question of the YouTube video. We posted a St. Patrick's Day like sweatshirt. Now I'll have Otto put it up in the video here. I wasn't sure, you know, what you guys thought about it, because we normally do a lot of quotes, inspirational stuff on our clothing, because you know that's our brand and that's who we are. But we did come up with this design, and it's got color. It's, you know, it's a graphic. And I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Would you like more of that, even if it's not St. Patrick's Day? Would you like graphics on your apparel? Because like, we can do this. Like we can do 10 colors on our auto. We can do 6 colors on our manual. So we can do it. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Love it, hate it. So we got the front print, then we got to do the rib print, and then the 2 sleeves. As you've seen, guys, it takes a little bit longer than what you expected to make this sweatshirt. It's like 4 steps, but really there's like 20 steps in between those steps. We just want to show you guys, you know, we put a lot of love, a lot of labor into these sweatshirts, and we appreciate it, you know. So if you guys want to grab one of these, they're going to be coming out March 1st. It's going to be our new drop, and of course, just like always with these limited drops, there are only going to be 50 of each design. Okay, so tune in. We're going to be showing you on our next vlog some of the other designs and the process as well. Sending love your way. Always work hard, stay humble, and always raise the standard.